All right. Oh, full present. Okay. Can you guys all hear me pretty well?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, hello everyone. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jessie McDuffie. I am the Pre-Vet Club president, and we'll be introducing all of ourselves in just a few minutes. If you are new, again, put your email in the chat, or and how many of you guys are first-year students, and this is your first year or first semester at Fresno State? Anybody?
Me.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hey.
Are your first
Yeah.
Awesome.
Me too.
Okay, awesome. So, well, welcome. And I'm sorry your semester has to be online, first semester, but we're making it work the best we can. Okay. Can you guys all see my presentation here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to begin. Okay, so this is all of our social media, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and we do have a website as well, which we will do our best to update regularly. It's just a link you can click on, and we will share, or we will send this presentation out with the minutes. So you guys will have access to all of this information. It's not just like you have to write it all down. Okay, so I'm going to be introducing myself. My name is Jessie McDuffie. I am a third-year student at Fresno State, an animal science pre-vet major, and I have a lot of pets. I really do. I have 3 cats, like 10 birds, a dog, a rabbit, and the cat that I'm holding in this picture is not my cat, but it's cute. And I have worked at Clovis Pet Hospital for a year, and now I'm working at North Point Animal Hospital, and they're training me as a technician right now, which is very exciting. And eventually, I'm going to go to vet school and graduate. And I want to own my own hospital and open it with my sister. And I want to do small animals and some exotics, and my sister will do like large animals. And I have my contact information at the bottom here. Feel free to email me if you guys have any questions. You can text me. Please text. I prefer to text over call. But if you have to call, just go ahead. All right. Maria.
Hi guys, my name is Maria. So I am also a third year at Fresno State. This is my third year on the club, second year serving as an officer. My major is animal science pre-vet as well. And I am currently working at Banfield Pet Hospital. I've been working for them for about 6 months now. So not super long, but I'm a vet assistant there. I started there as a receptionist and now I'm a vet assistant. So that's cool. And then I do volunteer at 808 Ranch. It's a equine practice, but it's pretty far from here. It's closer to my hometown. I'm from a town named Snelling, if you guys don't know where that's at. That's by kind of by Merced, like 15-20 minutes from Merced. So yeah, that's that. I also have volunteered and trying to still volunteer at Heart of the Horse whenever I can. And I have a lot of horses, clearly. That's some of my horses. And then I have 2 dogs. One of them's named Angus and the other one's named Henry. And then, and I want to be an equine vet. I think I want to either do large animal, not specify, or specify and do equine. And obviously that was led by having a ton of horses. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I do have my contact info. I think it got cut off, but in the minutes when they send it, it should all be there. But my cell phone number is on there and you can always text or call me. I do prefer text as well. But feel free to text me or call me or email me if you have any questions.
Hello, everybody. You hear me all right?
Loud and clear.
My name is Xander Avila. I'm your guys' treasurer this year. I am a bio major pre-vet. I am currently working in an internship with some dairy vet specialists out of Tulare, Dr. Bogdanovich and Dr. Walton, if you're familiar with those two. I'm living on my uncle's little hobby farm right now. So as you can see in the pictures, we got all kinds of farm animals out here. That's not even half of what we got out here right now. That's just the highlights. So that's also some good experience for me as well, because the animals do get sick. So I'm there working with the vet, with the animals, 24/7. I just recently, earlier this year, decided that I wanted to be a vet. So if any of you are, new to the field, like, don't be intimidated by it. I know I was at first, but I figured if I just dive, head in, it would work out for me in the long run. So that's what I did. I, ran for the officer position. I, contacted some veterinarians, got an internship, and things are going pretty well right now. I'm not so good about responding on my phone right away. So, but if any of you ever need to contact me, I put my email up. I am usually pretty good about responding to that, just because I have a heavy class load. So I'm constantly looking over my email for class announcements. I do plan on trying to get into vet school right after I graduate. Hopefully I'll have enough experience hours built up by then if things keep going the way they're going. And I'd love to work with farm animals, food animals, and maybe even specialize in dairy cows, because that's where I have the most experience with. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'll turn it over to Shelby.
Hi guys, I'm Shelby, this year's secretary for the club. I am a junior this year and majoring in animal science pre-vet. In the future, I would like to be a large and small animal veterinarian, kind of like Dr. Paul. I have my email and my cell phone number. My phone is pretty much attached at my hip, so I will see any email I get and any text message or anything that I get. So if you ever need to contact me through there. Unlike everybody else, I'm not working right now because it's been extremely hard for me to find somewhere to work with the whole virus thing going on. So still looking, still hoping to find somewhere. But other than that, the only experience I've had in the medical, veterinarian field is I had an internship in high school, and I worked at my hometown's local vet clinic and kind of shadowed with the veterinarians there and helped out just kind of everywhere with boarding, office work, behind the scenes. So it's a little bit about me. Here are all my, so as you can tell, we like Frenchies in this family. My mom likes to breed them, so there's no pictures of litters, but these are all the dogs that we actually have. And then I just have some pictures with family, and I'm on the Fresno State Dairy Show team, so I have a picture with one of the heifers I showed there. That's me.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Caitlin and I'm this year's public relations rep. I'm a second year and my major is public relations. Last year I was a pre-vet major, but decided that it was no longer for me. But I do hope to become a publicist one day, and I would also like to start a food blog for fun. My email and my phone number are there too if you ever have any questions, or even you can contact me on our socials if you feel more comfortable that way, preferably Instagram. But yeah, there's some of my animals. The little white dog, his name is Cooper, and the one in the corner, the right bottom corner, her name's Lola. Some pictures of family, and then the little dog in the dog bed, his name is Buddy, but he's no longer with us. And then the little cat in the middle, she's not mine, but she belongs to my friend, but I thought she was very cute, so I thought I'd include her too. But yeah, that's some stuff about me.
That kitten is really cute. All right. Now that we've gone through a little bit about our officers, we're going to talk a little bit about fall 2020. And this semester is going to be different from any semester before with our club. I'm sure you all know that. So our meetings are going to be hosted through Zoom, just like they are right now. And we do have some ideas in the works and some things going already. So we want to get some guest speakers. I would like to take a meeting to talk about kind of the VEMCAS website, which is what you would use to apply to veterinary school, since most of us are pre-vet majors. So I'd like to go over that. I didn't know about that my first year, and I know we had a few first years in here. So I just kind of wanted to go over that just a little bit, trying to show you the website, you guys can get your information in there just to start it, And I also kind of wanted to take at least one meeting to talk about kind of some mental health in the veterinary field. It's a very tough field and a lot of people don't know it. And I recently watched a TED Talk about it and it was really eye-opening, and it's not for everybody. So I'd like to kind of talk more about that because I don't want you guys to get through school and then realize, oh, this is too hard. It's not what I want to do, And again, kind of off the mental health, other options besides practicing medicine, what you can do with a doctorate of veterinary medicine. And then we're also going to go over how dues are going to work and the volunteering as well. Okay, hold on. Let me move this. I don't know if you guys can see that. It was in the way. Okay, so our requirements for being an official member of the club, they're going to be different. We are not going to require the $10 annual dues because we're probably not going to be having any events, unfortunately, at least this semester. The school might open up next semester, which would change some things, but as of now, we will not be doing any events like no vaccine clinic, no dinner with doctors. I know that's really disappointing, but I'm not going to risk getting a bunch of people together to do an event and have everybody get sick and have an outbreak on our campus. I don't think Fresno State would even let us do that. Okay, but we will ask for donations and keep track of who donates, if you donate, through our Venmo. And then if spring opens up, then we can consider that your dues, because we do need club funding, for future clubs, future years. We do have some money in the bank, but to keep the club going, we will need, donations. Sorry, my birds are screaming a little bit. I don't know if you can hear them, but I apologize. Okay, and also the dog park hour. So those of you who are new, we normally require that you visit this certain dog park 1 hour per semester to count as an official member to be able to participate in events like the vaccine clinic. We can't really require that right now. We're not going to. It's not really fair, especially if we're not going to be having any events. And we understand that. We're trying to work with you guys. So we're not going to require that you do the dog park, but we are going to encourage you to still go out there and do it, or still try to find other places to volunteer, which we will talk about as well. Does anybody have any questions on the club requirements? No? And I'll go through the chat at the end if there's any questions there.
What dog park is it?
We'll have the address. I think we have it in another slide. It's in Fresno. We'll show you.
Okay.
Right there. And this is the address for the dog park. And Shelby, if you wanted to talk about it at all.
Sure. So usually we will go out there, and typically it's mostly just consisting of picking up after all the dogs that are there, just checking like the perimeters of the park, making sure that there's no holes that can, hurt any dogs. If they're like playing and stuff, they like run into it, break a leg, you never know. So we make sure that those get filled in, and we actually just kind of conversate with the people that are there, let them know about our club and ways that they may be able to help us out. Usually when we have the vaccine clinic come around, we let them know about that so that they can show up and stuff like that.
All right. So that's the address for the dog park as well right there. Okay. All right, so t-shirts and jacket orders. So these are what the jackets look like over here at the right corner, top right corner. And I know there's some new people. We can place an order. Again, price is going to vary on the jackets depending on sizes, how many we order, and what vendor we go through. But we just wanted to kind of get an idea. So there is a link down here at the bottom underneath that picture of the jacket. If you guys could fill that out when we send out this presentation, if you guys could fill that out so we can kind of get an idea of some rough numbers and hopefully get you guys some prices at our next meeting of the jackets if you're interested. Last year, we sold them for $52 to $62. Again, price varied a little bit depending on the size. And yeah, okay. And we also want to do t-shirts and we just need a design. This was last year's design. I'm actually wearing, don't worry about that. This was the design from last year, if you guys can see my camera still. That's what the back looks like, and then the front is this little Pre-Vet right there. And there's a drawing of it. And I had a friend that designed that last year, and I can ask her to design it again, but I wanted to offer it up to any of you artistic people who wanted to design our t-shirts. So just email us if you have ideas. You could send us pictures. You can text it to any of the officers too if that's easier for you. Sorry, my birds are screaming. But yeah, okay. And so we're going to kind of go into a little more what we have planned so far for the semester. So our next meeting is going to be October 8th, and we're going to move it to 6:30 p.m. It is a Thursday. We're just going to do it a little later. And we also are going to have a guest speaker. This is not at a meeting, but it's on September 15th. I don't know if you can see the bottom. September 15th at 6 p.m. Ross University is a vet school on an island called St. Kitts. It's pretty interesting, and we've had them speak for us before a couple years ago. So we're going to have a speaker talk to us, and we'll get more information out to you guys on the 15th of September. Come on. Okay, and there's also the UC Davis Pre-Health Conference. Again, that's not through us, but if you wanted to attend that, that'd be a good idea. UC Davis is a vet school, #1 vet school, and it'd be great to kind of get some more information about that, okay? So that's why we have that information there for you. And I can't remember who said they were going to go over Pet of the Month.
I will. Okay, so this is kind of a new idea for this year. We thought it would just kind of be fun and do a Pet of the Month. So we're kind of thinking that we would send out a Google form and, well, first of all, each member, if they want to nominate their pet, they would email us, and then we would go through all of the nominations, make up a Google form, put them all in there, send the form out to all of you guys, have you guys vote on it, and then at the next monthly meeting, we will announce the pet. There's really like nothing to it, no like rewards or anything, but it's just for fun, just to see some cute pets.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. I like it. All right. So I'll talk about the fundraisers. So we're thinking we can't really do events, but we can probably still manage to do some fundraisers. So we want to do we've worked with Small Cakes Bakery in Fresno before for our Pupcake fundraiser. This right here on the right is a flyer from our last fundraiser we did with them. And they baked us these cute little cupcakes with the bones on top, and it brought in some money. It was a nice idea. And so I think with more advertising, we can get even more. And if we do multiple of those, like there's different themes, we could do like the gobble goodies, Halloween treats, and the cupcakes is what we did for Valentine's Day around that time this year. And then we could maybe consider doing the pictures with Santa. We just have to be careful with that as far as social distancing and what Fresno State will allow us to do on campus, or if we could do it off campus. That's just something to mess around with. But if you guys have any other ideas that you wanted to shout out or just throw out there, if you guys want to let us know. Anybody have any ideas off the top of their head right now? No. Okay, and there's going to be something at the end where you can put that information. And I'll look at the chat afterwards. Sorry, it's going to be complicated if I switch between them. Okay, so we're thinking about still doing fundraisers because we still need funding. Okay. All right, and Maria, I will hand it off to you.
All right, guys. So with volunteering, it gets kind of hard. I'm not sure exactly what each place is requiring right now, or if they're allowing volunteers. I know I called a few places and they're not allowing volunteers. Some of the other places I didn't hear back from, so it's kind of more like me looking online type of thing and trying to see if they have their orientation dates on and stuff like that, like they have previously. I did still go ahead and add all of the local places that we had in the past, have our members volunteer at, like the Fresno Bully Rescue. That's in Sanger, and then did include, so some of the things they would do there is like cleaning, repairing the facility, gardening, like a lot of like helping with the maintenance kind of stuff, and then helping with the adoptions, whether that be like actually helping with paperwork or like helping with the pets. I know they also do fundraising there, so a lot of people would like help with the fundraising side of it. And I know for as far as like the requirements, they do require an orientation there, like I mentioned earlier. The orientations aren't online for any of the ones I'm going to mention forward either. My best recommendation at this point would be to just reach out and kind of keep reaching out. You know, like the further we get into the year, like hopefully like they're going to start allowing volunteers again, whether you have to do certain things or like screening or whatever that is. Like I would just continue to try to find places that are going to allow volunteers, because you still want to try and get your volunteer hours and stuff like that. You don't want to fall behind. And I know it kind of sucks with all this going on, but we just kind of have to do what we can at this point. If you want to go ahead and switch over to the next slide. And then I also have Valley Animal Center. Same thing as far as requirements, orientation, same thing. They usually have the dates. And if any of you guys know or like have got a hold of any of these places, feel free to speak up after I'm done talking about them. If you guys know what the requirements are, if you've heard anything, go ahead and feel free to speak up. Or email us or text it in the chat, whatever is more comfortable for you. As far as what they do at Valley Animal Center, it just kind of depends. Some people do you mostly, you know, start at the bottom. So you start like doing laundry, dishes, you know, window washing, like some of the cleaning stuff. And then you start being able eventually to work with the pets and stuff like that there. They also do fundraising, and they have a lot of special events, which I'm sure maybe you guys have seen online or whether that be on social media. And then, like I said, you kind of, with Valley Animal Center, you kind of build your way up. So the longer you're there, and you know, the more experience you get, the more they let you do, type of thing. But I did put the address on for those places as well on here. So you're more than welcome to like look those up, or if you want to like do it. I know some of you are in the Fresno area. So if you want to try to like look at some of the locations near your area, I would highly recommend just trying to see what you can get, and just trying to volunteer as much as you can. Yeah, but anyway, just to wrap that up, if you have any questions or if there's anything I can do in terms of like, maybe if you don't know how to reach out to someone, or you found something, or you want to let us know so we can let other club members know, definitely feel free to text me. You can call me. You can email too. I'll probably get back to you faster through text or email, like I said before. But definitely feel free to reach out to me in terms of anything in general. But if you have any questions as far as volunteering, or you found anything out in terms of another place or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me.
So this is a kind of a survey I mentioned briefly before. So again, when we send this out, we suggest that you fill this out. This form kind of talks about, I want to hear from you guys. I feel like that's something
I'll be right back.
in the past. Okay.
Can I have a bag of chips? I'm hungry.
Okay.
I will pay you later.
So this survey is going to kind of go over what have you guys liked in the
Barbecue's
past,
fine.
if you've been with us
Unless you
before,
find Pringles.
what you'd want to
That's
see
cool,
from
too.
us this semester.
You ate all the Pringles I would eat at home. You left
Jesse,
crap
hold
in
on,
the
sorry.
no,
I just want to
won't
remind
eat.
people to
That's
mute their
rude.
microphones. So
I'm
you can't
saving
really
the
hear
best
them.
for last. I like those others.
And I won't eat them. That's why you did it.
Dr. O'Bannon.
That's me. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, wait, okay, can you guys hear me better now? Should I start over? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll be
As
right
a
back.
host, you should be able to mute somebody too.
I think so too.
Mute everybody, huh?
Section. Okay, I think we're okay now. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so this form, yeah, it kind of just said, I want to hear from you guys. What have you liked in the past? If you haven't been with us, what would you like to see? Did you like any of the ideas we put out there today? Did you not? Did you have more ideas? I want to hear what you guys think and what you think we should do regarding events, fundraising during COVID. Okay? Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions? I see some in the chat. Okay.
As far as volunteer hours go, from Jaden, if no, we don't do in terms of the club, we don't do any of like logging. We log the dog park hours, so volunteer hours like that we will keep track of, just because like those hours are like hours that are counted towards like, can you participate in this event or whatever, if we're doing events eventually. With that being said, we won't log it for you. You need to keep track of those, and then whenever you go to apply to that school, then that's when you'll need those. So yeah, I would recommend trying to keep a log of those, whether that be like on Excel or like whatever is easier to keep track. Like I just keep like a journal type of thing, which is what I do, because it's easier for me. So that's something you could do.
All right. Let me see. Okay. Somebody mentioned how Valley Animal Center keeps track of hours and you clock in and out. All right. Our next meeting is.
I didn't have.
Somebody have a question? No? As far as what we do in this club, we normally do events. It's kind of a struggle right now. We can't really do that with COVID, and we're not going to get a big group together and risk that everybody getting sick. We're not going to do that. So we are going to do fundraising. We have monthly meetings as well, and we're going to go over things like the VEMCAS website. We're going to have guest speakers like from Ross University, more than just our monthly meetings. Like we have one, not next week, but the week after that. Yeah, we would do more if we were on campus, but does that kind of clear up that question as far as what we do? Yes, we will be looking at the slideshow. We'll send it in our minutes as well. And the minutes kind of summarize whatever we talked about at the meeting, okay?
I didn't hear what happened in like the beginning of the meeting because I was driving.
Okay. Are you new? Have you been at our meetings before?
No, I'm new. This is my first meeting.
All right. Well, welcome. You're Rebecca, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, yeah, welcome. And you're a pre-vet major?
Yes, I am.
Okay, awesome. Well, so we're going to be doing meetings, and we will send out an email. Make sure that you put your email in our chat so we can add you to our list, or you can send it to Shelby Rolfe privately if you're not comfortable sending it out to everybody. It will be your Fresno State email, and that will have all the information from what we talked about today, as well as like a summary of what we did today. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
I'm new as well. This is my first meeting. And did you say you were going to send us an email with our next meeting?
We will send out an email before our next meeting to remind you guys, and we'll post on our social media. And we're going to send out an email after this meeting with this presentation. Did you see any of the presentation today? Were you here long?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay, we're going to be sending that out to you guys so you have access to those links. There's a couple links in there and kind of a summary of the minutes and what we talked about today. But make sure that if you're new, for everybody, make sure you put your email in the chat or send it to Shelby so we can get you added to our list and you'll be getting our emails, okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Jasmine, yes, everything will be sent to you guys after the meeting. The minutes will include a summary of what we talked about, as well as the presentation, and any of the links we might have provided on that presentation will all be there for you guys. You don't have to be a pre-vet major to be in the club, so you can still continue to participate with the club, even if you're not a pre-vet major.
Anybody have any other questions? Anything I didn't cover in the chat?
Did you want to talk about who our advisor is?
Yes. Dr. O'Bannon is here. I saw her. Where did she go? Dr. O'Bannon, did you want to introduce yourself at all? Maybe not. Okay. Well, our advisor is Dr. O'Bannon. You guys will probably have classes with her. Yes, she's in here. Can't remember where she went. I think she said she'll be right back though, or something.
Lost right now.
Anybody have any other questions? Anything?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was getting fuel. So sorry, I've been out of my vehicle. I had you guys on in my vehicle. So are you guys asking me a question?
Oh, did you want to introduce yourself to everybody, Dr. O'Bannon?
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Okay, so
Okay.
I don't have my camera on because I'm driving in the car. I just got done with dog agility class. So I'm Dr. O'Bannon. Obviously, I have some of you in class. I've had a lot of you in pre-vet orientation. The reason why I got on tonight is that in October, I made there's some veterinarians from the school in Edinburgh, Scotland, that want to do a virtual meeting with prospective veterinary students. So when I get all the information, I will send it out to you guys, but it's going to be in October, the first part of October. I believe it's on either the 8th or the 9th in the evening. It'll be like an hour to an hour and a half presentation.
Well, that sounds awesome. Yeah. If you could send it to me, I can distribute it to the club if you'd like. Do you have my email?
So yeah, Jessica, I have your email. I believe I've had it. You've sent it to me before. So I will forward all that information on to you guys when the time gets closer and they don't do Zoom in Scotland. So they're going to be on,
They don't do Zoom in Scotland.
Yeah. So it'll be a Blackboard forum, and they'll send all the information on how to get on and what have you. I'm sure it'll be some sort of webinar for you guys to sign up for. So when I get more information, I'll let you know. I just wanted to let you know that I did set that up for you guys so that you could talk to somebody, at a out of country school. They're trying to establish a partnership with Fresno State. And I know they'll talk more about that when when they have their meeting.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for doing that for us. We all really appreciate that. Sounds awesome.
No problem. I'm gonna take you off speaker so I can take the deal out of my gas tank, and then I'll be back in my truck.
Okay, sounds good.
All
We're
right.
just wrapping up. Bye. Okay, anybody have any other questions? Again, with what Dr. O'Bannon said, we will get that information out. We'll probably have to move our meeting, our next meeting, because it was scheduled for the 8th, but we can, no problem. All right, anybody have any other questions? Anything I didn't cover? Did I confuse about anything? No?
If you come up with any questions later, just go ahead and text or like email any
You guys can always email us, text any of us who offered our number. And just let us know if you have questions, okay? Again, we'll be sending all this information out. Don't worry about writing it down. Yes, there will be an email saying when the next meeting is. All right. Recording.